Oh my god. Okay, boys and girls. I have something a little interesting for you here today. I'm going to be watching my broadcast here in just a millisecond. This is crazy. Oh my god. I just hope to God that it's capturing both audio from my headset and for my mic. I just hope that it works because I just hope that it works because it works okay. We don't need that echo chamber. Okay. But yeah, no, this is I'm live streaming Black Ops 1, dude. This has been an exciting project of mine. I told you guys I would do it. I said one day it will happen. I don't know when, but today is the day that the COD OG comes back to town, bro. This is my favorite Call of Duty ever invented. Without this Call of Duty, I would not be the man I am today. Let me just mute my mic for a second and hear that audio play back. Let me see something here. Okay, I'm back. That's why it wasn't picking up any audio. Is because I muted my mic. um, so actually, yeah, no. So this whole stream is a trial period where I can basically do my bullshit. Do my bullshit. This I've always loved this cast: Robert Englund, Danny Trejo, Michael Rooker, and Sarah Michelle Gellar. And we can't forget George A. Romero. He's not a playable character. Black Ops 1. Such a classic. There's like a 4 or 5. There's exactly a 5.8 second delay from my phone, which is viewing. How sweet were Michael Rooker? I believe when you're two player, it's Michael Rooker and Sarah Michelle Gellar, and yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the two characters you get. There's George. But yeah, no, this map's fog. A lot of people complain about it. I would say if the fog lifted a little bit, or was less foggy, or less dark, less dense, vice versa, when you turned on the power, I'd say then it would be slightly more rewarding to turn on that power, because that power is kind of a bit of a pain in the dick. Personally, I actually prefer Call of Duty Black Ops 1 graphics to even Black Ops 3 graphics, and that's like really saying something. And when I say Black Ops 3, I'm referring to Black Ops 3 on PS3. I've seen those zombies cutscenes. I know exactly what they look like, and they look like trash, absolute trash. But this also means because I'm on PS3, I could also do like Resident Evil 1 and 2 and all like the OG games that I really enjoyed. I gain some distance on George. I'm gonna snipe him. I'm gonna do. Yeah, he's fucking scary, dude. They made him fucking scary. He's always pursuing you. Even when you kill him, he comes back next round. And even though there might be one zombie left, or you killed all the zombies, he hasn't unspawned. He's an unrelenting kind of sort of threat, and yet you might even have to. There's a certain level of decision making and survival horror involved For instance, you might not want to engage zombies if he's relatively close to them. If you accidentally penetrate the zombie, the bullet goes through, i.e., with a shotgun, sniper, vice versa. Then what ends up happening is you might have accidentally hit George, which would trigger his rage mode. And essentially, that's just something you're going to just want to avoid at all costs. Because enraging George isn't doing anybody favors, especially you, the player. Because enraging him, and even if he whacks you, he gets enraged. Like right here is pretty safe because he's so close that you could basically avoid him pretty easily. But say he was like right in front of the zombie or right behind him, that could, like right there, if I'm making that shot, that's very risky. I mean, I could make the shot, but again, it's just risky, especially if I had, say, an automatic rifle where the recoil control might not be fully there. This is single fire, so I know I could make the shot realistically. But I'm just saying, right, if you have a fully automatic weapon or a very fast semi-automatic weapon like the pistol, it might not be exactly accurate, but it is something to definitely consider when decision making because, like I said, in that glow, it just lets you know he's coming. I don't know, man. There's so much here to unpack. Ooh. God, that one. I mean, you can train around there, or you just. Oh shit. That was bad, dude. That was pretty bad on my end. Oh, am I? I am. Truly, this is such an underrated cast. Like, honestly, dude. It feels so good, bro, playing Call of Duty Black Ops 1, dude. So I just gotta go ahead and just admit it. Dude, this brings back so many feelings. It's just hard. It's all nostalgia, it's all love, it's all fondness of the past. I'm probably gonna need it on this map, honestly. Damn. She said, I'll no scope these bitches if I have to. This was such a cool game, dude. Like, honestly, bro, this is going to be a new thing for my channel. This content, I don't care. This shit's getting posted. I don't care. Shooting George causes him to get enraged. He'll slam that, and he'll run after you. Like, he's scary when he runs. And he does a little bit, I think he does a little bit more damage, and he's a lot more aggressive with his attacks. And because he's running and charging at you at such an aggressive speed, it could be very stress inducing. So again, George is like an element of this map that makes this map so much different than the other zombies maps. I mean, granted, you would get uh, zombie characters like this. Okay, so yeah, his thing has range to it as well. So he may not whack you with it, but getting relatively close to it also electrocutes you. So even though that was a precise shot, it could have still, if I just missed by a micropixel, it could have been the difference between enraging George and like a scaredy cat or whatever. But George is just such a fuck ass. But no, George A. Romero is the godfather of zombies, man. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have zombies at all. Night of the Living Dead. I mean, Black Ops Zombies really attributes its um, success and not success. It attributes its um, lineage, not lineage. What's the word I'm looking for? Um, its respects towards the guy that created zombies in general. So I thought that was always kind of cool as a kid. So I love Night of the Living Dead, and The Crazies was another good movie by George A. Romero. It was a zombie-like movie. I mean, they were infected with some sort of like rage virus or whatever. So it wasn't exactly zombies, but they were fucking freaky, dude. Okay, so it's up there. The mystery box is like in the power room, it looks like. And it's this door here. And then we're going to get the M16. So there's the boat, there's the caves, the lighthouse. But mainly the boat and lighthouse. This map is a circular style map, if you haven't noticed. The map is very much a circle. Kind of like how a lighthouse is like a cylinder-shaped object. The map also is too like that in design and principle. I'm so dead. And that's why we have quick revive, ladies and gentlemen, for little scenarios like that. But you don't get points for killing these little bastards. So, there's that. And now there's this. So, this, you could have kept him alive. This is a damage house. This is powerhouse, man. A lot of damage. And penetration. This thing will fuck a zombie's day up real quick. George A. Romero, I'm not sure it would do that to him. I hope there's... Oh, no, there's no more zombies left. Making his way up the stairs. This thing will fling you, by the way. These drop down and then launch you over there to the lighthouse. I'm about to say the White House. It's kind of funny. Oh, I guess we could rebuild some barriers. Some extra points. There's that. And zombies ziplining was always kind of an interesting like little thing. And George ziplining is also a little freaky. The zipline takes you back to the starting area, which is kind of neat. The zipline from the lighthouse takes you to the boat. And then there's also an ice slide. There's a couple of navigational things in this map. Oh, shit! He got the big Chad energy for a little stubby. We're getting the fuck out of here. But isn't that classic though, right? We're playing legit. Like we're playing legitimate zombies, bro. Hurry up. We're losing light here. That is something on movie sets where you're losing lighting and you gotta get the movie going. I think we can buy this boat, I'm pretty sure. You can buy the debris. and you cannot jump up in there. It's only one-sided. What's actually kind of freaky about this like this chain thing that holds the anchor in place, the zombies will actually straight up crawl up this shit. It's very unnatural, and it's very weird, and it's very freaky when you actually initially see it. So the zombies all here have this like Russian like theme because this is in Siberia or Serbia. So I mean, like, it is a little kind of expected. I swear we were just up there. I swear, zombies will crawl up those things. I swear. I'm not bullshitting you. Not good. No bueno. No! We got overpowered. It's fine. I'm no COD God Pro. This has been literal years since I've played this game. I just recently played a little bit of it last night and a couple nights before that. And I'm like, you know what? We're gonna go back and play zombies, and then playing Kino and making it to round was it 13, 14, and I died. And I'm like, you know what, dude? Like, I was pretty set up for that. But we are going to go ahead and quit, and we are going to go ahead and play a different map. Oh, here's a cool cutscene. Some of that crazy shit happened right here. So, some story time. I know none of you guys asked for it. But when I was little, he was only a year older, but it really was like a few months difference between me and him. But my cousin, like I said, he was just a little older. It was only by like a few months, really, and he grew up in a household where video games weren't quite as accessible. Like, his dad played video games mostly. Video games he was allowed to play was like the Game Boy, Nintendo DS, and he had a PS2, but he didn't have a lot of games. Some of his games were broken hand-me-downs, like they wouldn't read or vice versa. And he only had a couple of games he had access to, and even then they were really shitty games. So he actually preferred playing the DS because he got like the better like Lego Batman improvements, right? But eventually, right, he got a Call of Duty 3, and we played that for a while. Not too much of a big issue, but I was allowed to play games on PS3, and at the time, like I said, man, he just really wasn't able to get access to a lot of these games that we enjoy today. But yeah, no, but at the time I was a year younger, and there was this like, I don't know, man. There was like this huge wedding. I think it was she's not my sister, she's my cousin. But because I lived with my aunt and uncle and called them mom and dad, my real parents had actually died shortly after I was born. And so, vice versa. You know how that's like. So I called my aunt and uncle mom and dad. Some people that understand that, you know, you don't have to say anything in the comments, but you know how I feel, because you had to probably go through the same shit, and it sucks. But it doesn't really have any, like, nothing really bad comes out of it, you know. Like, yeah, you know, so long as they're treating you right. In my case, they weren't. Well, my uncle, dad, wasn't exactly the greatest of all people, but we're not going to get into that. But what I will say is this: this wedding happened, and again, she's my cousin, but because she was my uncle's daughter, that in turn, I called her sister. So when she got married, and it was this big, huge thing, me and my older cousin Brandon had a sleepover because people weren't doing anything because it was on a Thursday and people weren't doing anything on Friday. And so his parents, my cousin's parents, I guess they wanted to do something or they had plans or whatever. And so they sent Madison, my cousin, my older cousin's name was Brandon, and he had a sister named Madison. And at the time, that was the only two kids that they had. And then basically, what ended up happening was my cousin spent the night with me, and we played because it was for a couple days, mind you. The point of the story is this: we were basically playing Call of Duty Zombies all night long. Like, we became so attached to this. We really did. And because of my memory and because I don't exactly remember what happened or how it went down exactly. Oh, but essentially along the lines, either me and my cousin or me and my best friend Steven accidentally bought DLCs, like map packs. And so essentially, using my dad's credit card that was programmed into the PS3 at the time. But he had already bought the First Strike DLC pack, so we already had Ascension. We already had Kino, and obviously we had 5. But we ended up getting, what was it, Call of the Dead and Shangri-La. And both map packs were basically $14. And so essentially, it was like 20, $30 basically. And so essentially, my dad gets it back. He gets all pissed off that he was using his credit card. And because the credit card had like an interest rate or whatever, I guess, it became a little bit more than $30. And so it was a huge issue. And so I don't know if it was me and my buddy Steven, because I do remember us having a sort of conversation about that, or if it was me and my cousin. I can't truly remember when it happened or how it happened exactly. Because again, I was like, so I was born in 2002. So this game was 2010. So I was about 7 years old or so. So I was really little. This game had just such an impact on my childhood. It changed how I started viewing things. Like, to me, this was very arcadey because kill zombies, get points, get upgrades. There was some progression. It was a simple formula because it was simple, cohesive, it was able to be understood without having it explain itself too much. I started really enjoying this. But zombies came out during World at War. So when World at War was a thing, I really wasn't too much a part of that. But Black Ops Zombies got me into World at War. World at War got me really into history. Black Ops 1 campaign got me really into history. And you kind of sort of already understand. Like, this game was a big part of my childhood. And I mean, it's understandable. It's a great game. What's interesting is, look at this. Uh, the reload didn't do the ping. There's a couple of other like little details I noticed with this game as well. There we go. On that last round, it does the ping. I could have opened more doors. I could have got the power started, but I didn't. I just wanted to be Mr. Tough Guy and not spend my money. I also hate the spawn. I prefer the spawning on Jug. Because you get Jug at double tap. again, like I said, I do not claim to be a professional. And on this map, the 1911 looks, I don't know, a bit more like a black or like a darker gray kind of ish color, and that's because of the environmental colors and lighting. But when you get in that like sunlight, you can kind of sort of a little bit see the metallic nickel that the 1911 is. It's very strange because this version of World at War's hobbies has the Black Ops 1 weapons, but all the wall weapons remain the original World at War weapons. So, and the door prices are their original prices. So it makes it very interesting because the Black Ops 3 version of these maps, in my opinion, really suck. Like, that's really neat. But this is just so much scarier than the Black Ops 3 version is this World at War version. You just look at this blood pile from here slithering itself out to here. And like just look at this place. It's so run down. This is just freaky. This is like ghoulish. This is not right. And at the time, getting Moon, and it came with all these map packs, this really excited me because I'm like, wow, Moon is truly an amazing DLC because it gives me all these World at War maps. Speaking of, if you guys want to see me download all the World at War DLC maps and or Black Ops 2, I will do so. Just not at this time because it costs money. And believe me, money is a thing you want to save, not spend. But with me today, I bought some Baja Blast just for the special occasion. This is special. This is my childhood. This is me reliving my childhood. And it's on YouTube. I don't have to just like think, wow, man, I get to share this experience with literally nobody. Sometimes it's really nice when you get a friend over because my friends and I religiously played the hell out of this growing up as kids. On Friday nights, we would have sleepovers and we'd have pizza and Mountain Dew and zombies and like we'd call our other buddies and like, what round are you on? What round are you on? Oh, we're on round this. Oh, okay. Because we'd split off into we'd basically split off into different groups. And then when we wanted to, we'd get online and then we'd use mics. But sometimes it was just like so-and-so was hanging out with so-and-so, and we called each other all the time asking what rounds were we on using our house phones. Like, dude, bro, like my childhood was so interesting, like, honestly, looking back. Because it's just like some of the kids today will just never, it kind of makes me sad. Some of the kids will never have this experience. They'll feel the way I feel about this, about something like Fortnite, and that's just like disappointing. So round 3, and we're at 30,000 with an M1 Garand. 3,000 rather, not 30,000. Oh, and my lady friend texted me on my phone. I saw that. And I'm not responding to her because, well, let's face it. I'm going to discuss this on YouTube. Yeah, she is a stripper. Um, and we don't see each other very romantically. She just likes it when I go to the strip club and me and her. She's very pretty. She's very attractive. But call me a simp or whatever. I'm not like really simping. I mean, like here's the thing. There's OnlyFans simping, and then I go to the strip club to see the stripper, my favorite stripper. And I don't really see it as simping. But then again, some people that are doing something don't see it that way. Like Darth Vader saw himself as doing something good for the galaxy, when in fact it can be interpreted as pretty horrible. It always reminded me, does anyone else ever obsessed with Star Wars growing up? I mean, just look at these backgrounds, dude. These are ghoulish. They're freaky. Something about the good old Tommy gun. You just can't beat a Tommy. It just can't. There's like no way. We can go activate power right now. So here's something interesting, actually. This mannequin's hanging. The next time we see Peter McCain, he's hanging, but also he's missing his hand. The other mannequin on the other side has a bunch of cleavers and knives jammed into it. My theory is this. The mannequins tell a story about Peter McCain. It's weird. But imagine he had to cut off his own hand because he got infected or something. Maybe he touched 115 with his bare hand. I don't know. I kind of sort of am interested. At the same time, though, I don't really want to know why his hand's missing. Because there's just a certain level of mystery behind it that makes it so intriguing. And having it answered, it could be some pretty lame answer. So I don't want Treyarch's true answer. Oorah, 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 oorah! I love that. Tank Dempsey don't do that no more. And you got rooms like this. Like, dude, this is greatly disturbing. Like, we'll never... Like, zombies used to be scary, genuinely speaking. Question mark, upside down. First try, and we got the Winter's Howl. This is like one of the most like forgotten wonder weapons. Truly is underrated. I don't think people really appreciate this wonder weapon as much. Some people give this gun a lot of shit. I don't exactly blame them. I just wish that they could see this weapon for what it could have been and just appreciate it for being different. We never saw these freeze mechanics ever again, really. The ice staff, but more importantly, I feel like this weapon could have been easily used in Call of the Dead, honestly. And I think the main reason for that is because it's a Frosty map, Frosty wonder weapon. And even if Call of the Dead had 4 melee weapon or 4 wonder weapons, or technically 5, if you count the Wunderwaffe DG, whatever it was, DG2, that was basically you get it instead of getting a death machine. Then yeah, no, I mean I can see that being a valid argument there. But time's running out. Yeah, seeing this as a kid freaked me out like a whole lot. I gotta say, man, that's just freaky. Also, there's some numbers 1942 written on it. This is a pretty good camp setup. Is if you do not buy this door, do not buy the door, don't buy the door. Just use this area as like a balcony camping spot, and it's actually kind of effective. I'm not gonna lie. Some people like get unlucky, vice versa. But truth be told, I don't know. I find this area to be a pretty effective camping spot, at least when it can be. Yeah, we got to replace this weapon. Starting to hold us back a lot. I really wanted to get Speedy Cola, but I just can't. Not this time. Okay, Commando. So yeah, you get the Black Ops 1 weapons. Just playing. The Black Ops 1 weapons in World at War. Kind of an interesting experience, but like I said, if you guys want to see true World at War, just World at War as World at War, I could definitely go ahead and bite the bullet on that one and go ahead and purchase it. I mean, why not? World at War is just classic. And truly is the ultimate zombies experience, in my opinion. Like, without World at War, like, this is actually, in my opinion, the most important zombies map. Literally is the map that created perks and traps and a power box and a movable box location. The mule kick was not actually originally in here. Mule kick was new. Also, not going to mention the fact that this map also made zombies interesting and scary. Something very interesting as well. You can also hear the numbers in here. And there's something about this little room down here that's just so ominous. I got 115 in my reserve ammo. I open this up. RPK holds 100 rounds. Would you believe it? When in reality, this like drum mag would probably only hold like 48 rounds. me go ahead and text Jasmine real quick. She's so hot, but then again, like I said, she's just I'm dead. Oh, that was a long range whack. No, yeah, you had to be really good at this game. 247 kills, 86 headshots. Not too bad, not too bad. Again, you don't have gobblegums to save your ass, which I like that. It's genuine challenge. Just a shame there is no pack-a-punch, because that makes high round on this unachievable. I mean, it is achievable, but just the high round for this is like the 70s. That's considered super high round on this. That's considered legendary. If you make it around 100 or so, you're just god tier. If not, even round 20, in my opinion, like around 25 to 30, is actually considerably relatively up there. Actually, I'd say mid rounds are like round 10 and 15 ish to round 20. That's kind of sort of mid round, because really, even when you get to round 10, it just sort of becomes really difficult. But that's because it's Verrucht. I mean, like, it is one of the most claustrophobic maps ever. Playing Ascension. Let's do it. Let's play some Ascension. Let me show you guys old school Ascension. As you guys probably noticed, I don't have Shangri-La. So when I say I have all the DLCs, I don't mean I genuinely have all the DLCs. I mean I have all the ones that matter. Shangri-La was a beautiful map. Don't get me wrong. And I'm looking forward to getting it. It's just that I don't know. There's just something to this. It's just so awesome. So I got my computer down here for when I want to stream on PS3. So that's going to be like the primary strong suit of this. It's just mainly PS3 stuff. Look at that. Soviet tech. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Things all black and white. This was so cool back in the day.
Holy crap, no color either. Snapping time. Mechanism must be repaired. Was it just me or did you guys hear a voice?
Over here's Teddy number 1. Teddies have sickles. Sickles OP as hell, honestly. Very glad they added it. Oh my god, I love streaming this, dude. This is so cool. My gameplay is actually streaming live on YouTube. I'm sure no one's watching though. Like really, no one's gonna be watching this. It's just so ashamed that I can't. That no one's watching it, but I'll listen to this bullshit back in the day. This used to be fucking scary. And it vibrates your controller. I'm also playing on OG DualShock 3. Right, that's what this is. Yeah, the DualShock 3. 6-axis. Yeah, this is actually the controller. This is actually my original PlayStation 3 controller, still in mint condition. I've had many PS3 controllers, and you're probably like, well, why is that if your original controller is like so perfect? Well, to tell you the truth, I wanted a cooler looking controller, and so I got one of the aftermarket controllers. It performs pretty trash, but it works. It looked kind of cool. And then obviously we played mainly with the cool looking controllers, and those got broke first. And I was just more gentle on this. I don't throw it. I don't do dumb stuff. Usually controllers get used and abused, but these old PS3 controllers really, like they're really durable. Surprisingly.
Nothing left of my guns.
So actually, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you this. This map created PhD Flopper. And now the MP5K on Kino, you had to open 4 fucking doors to get it, maybe more, depending on which route you chose.
Is this $1 an action figure?
PhD Flopper, classic. That makes this map so easy to do, so long as you got PhD. PhD is essential for this map. Power-ups actually last relatively long as well in this. I'll say, well, double points is on. I could rebuild barriers, but no, Carpenter already does that.
Yo, no ammo. Time to earn some glory.
I have a chance to fully swap inventory. Not inventory, but weapons let out. So if I could get rid of the M14 and get something with a much larger faster time to kill. Okay.
Take him down. I thought I'd stubby.
That's always pretty awesome. the nesting dolls. All right. Well, the G11 can do for now. I got the FAMAS for clutch. Why the fuck am I throwing grenades? Oh, it's because I'm. That's so classic. They edited out the different colors that they had. They used to have different colors. PhD flopper would be pretty powerful about now.
What's that? Oh, you don't want to die? Sorry, no returns accepted. You're not free, Max. You're gonna die. See you in hell. Hoorah! I can't stand prunes.
All right, we're on round 6. We're gonna get monkeys. No, thank God. Testing theory. Yeah, I don't take splash damage.
Feel me, maggot addicts.
Watch this, boys. Oh shit! No, it doesn't work.
Going down.
Wait, why didn't it work? I bought PhD. Oh, the dolphin dive didn't detonate. Usually when you dolphin dive, usually it goes boom. I wanted to show you guys that. Oh, well. Now, this map's really easy. If you get PhD, Jug, uh, Sleight of Hand, and what was the last one I was going to recommend? Mule Kick or Quick Revive, whichever you prefer. It can be rather easy. On the exception that you have the ray gun. Because you see, the ray gun normally does splash damage and can actually injure you. It takes a lot to kill you, but it can wreck you pretty quickly. And the scavenger, especially in Call of the Dead, mind you, the scavenger is like a badass weapon packed. But we're gonna go ahead and I mean, look, man, we can queue up into like some actual private matches and whatnot. Like, we can play Kino der Toten. I mean, it's a classic map. I think this is going to be necessary.
Well, looks like there ain't no power.
Oh, those who do not know what I'm texting Jasmine about, look at this. Unfortunate. Oh, look, the graphics fix themselves. Nice. Before they were just like these like blue, green, purple texture things. I wonder if it does the same down here. Nope, that was doing the same thing earlier as well. Tough zombie opinion. I don't think many people are going to like when they hear it. So, Kino der Toten's overrated. I think the reason everybody loves it so much is I believe it was like the only map they ever played. I don't believe they had DLCs to experience. Which I'm not saying all the DLCs are better than Kino. Not all of them. But some of them have much more desirable layouts. Again, some people like Call of the Dead, some people don't. I'm in the ballpark of people that loves it. I love all the DLCs, Moon included. Gotta also remember the perks, the newer perks are coming out because of the different DLCs. Kind of cool. Black Ops 1 had 5 perks, so you can have all of the perks in Kino. Because 4 perks just seems like too little. So 5 perks could have actually been pretty powerful, because then you could make some pretty powerful builds with Deadshot Daiquiri, vice versa. And but no, Deadshot Daiquiri came out with Call of the Dead. Stamina came out with the map Ascension. Ascension created PhD Flopper and Stamina. Those are the two at the time new perks. And Stamina was relatively powerful when it wanted to be. And Black Ops 2, I feel, is also overrated because people, again, it was their first Call of Duty. And I don't think it was as perfect as Black Ops. Now, some people might say, well, the only reason you like Black Ops so much is because it was your first Call of Duty. Yeah, but just look at this. Like, look at the excellent design here. Like, this is so, like, I don't know, it's so classic. I don't know, man. It was, at the time, this was relatively advanced. And even this map structure is simple. It's basically Verruct extended. Imagine Verruct with a third lane. The third lane being that hallway that takes you through the stage. That is this map. Basically, you have Doris and Kino, or not Kino, Doris and what's it called? Verruct, where the were combined, it would create something like this. And this is, I think, part of why. Because remember, when this map was created, World at War style of zombie maps were in mind. Damn! Let's let it end. Fun fact. If you listen to the end song, it's Abracadaver. And if you listen to all the end songs, all the end songs for each map would be the Easter egg songs for the next map. So and you can check me on this if you want to, but from Nacht der Toten, it was Lullaby of a Dead Man. Lullaby of a Dead Man would be the Easter egg song for Verruct. Verruct's end song would be The One. The One would be Shinonuma's end song. And then Beauty of Annihilation would be Shinonuma's. Beauty of Annihilation would be Doris's Easter egg song. So if we notice that pattern, it is a pretty obvious pattern. It's very cool. Fun little bit of zombie trivia. You might not notice if you're not paying attention. There's also some other cool zombies Easter eggs. Like, did you know if you actually shoot at this, blood comes out? Yeah, watch. I don't know why that is. It's a weird thing we all knew since I was little. Love this. Quick revive, stamina up, sleight of hand. But as you can see, there's no mule kick. Why isn't mule kick included? I'm not entirely certain. I think it's just a reference that those were the original 4 perks. It's just hard to get a good angle anyway. If you guys want to see some Black Ops 2 gameplay, man, just leave a comment saying you guys want to see Black Ops 2 gameplay. I don't have all the DLCs for Black Ops 2 on this PS3. Remember, my first PS3, it got I gave it away to my cousins, and they're doing whatever with it. I'm not entirely certain.
Need the juice. Some more ammo. I'm doing jig on your inside, freak bag. Oh yeah, devil man. Die. I need to find some lead or I'm gonna get bored here.
If you look in that window, you'll see the blue light. If the mystery box is behind there, if not, you just keep moving like I am. Oh, and
A Tale of Two Dempseys. Starts slow, but has a happy ending. This portrait's bigger than everyone else's. Must be trying to compensate for something. Hey, Blair! I need more ammo or we're going down!
fourth wall breaks.
No cash.
Could buy the MP40. Oh, I can. What can I do? Okay, we'll just do that. Get the stakeout. I think the stakeout's underrated.
Spill their guts all over the place.
Stakeout, in my opinion, is a badass shotgun. Why am I talking like that?
Trying to do the death dance, baby.
Because I'm talking from the back of my mind. I do this where I say I'm talking out of the back of my mind because my main attention is focused on the game, and I just sort of start talking like this. And it just sort of kind of sucks ass. But no, the stakeout shotgun's pretty powerful, actually. So if they ever catch the guy that hit my car, I'm taking him to court, and I'm gonna sue the fuck out of him. I don't care if he has kids or not. I'm taking him for everything he's worth. Rearing my sexy BMW with that shitty ass looking vehicle he was in, and then he flees the scene. Like, what a dick! He flees the scene. I don't care. I'm taking him for everything he's worth. I hope to get on some return on investment because if I had to pay $500 deductible, I'm going to expect more than $500 back in personal damages because that really sucked ass. And so anyway, I'll do that. Hopefully, if I get enough money, then I could I could probably get a really cool firearm or something. Or better yet, just save my money, save my cash. If that's the case, if it ever happens, hopefully it does. If it doesn't, I'm not going to trip about it. But yeah, no, man. Bumping into my car is not a smart idea. You will trigger the fuck out of me. It's rear-ending my car. You're at fault. No, don't get insurance involved. I can pay you in cash. Yeah, you're gonna give me some bullshit phone number, and then you're gonna fuck off and never be seen again. Like, I know how this shit works, dude. We're in the bad part of the town. I know the kind of people that live in the bad part of the town. I know what they're gonna do. They're gonna pick the method that stalls for the most time, so that they can flee the scene and get away with it. However, unfortunately, and because he fled the scene, like he'll be doing some time for that, some jail time. Not a lot. But I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. Fleeing the scene when you were told not to, and he fled the scene. Like, that's suspicious because he was on something. So that gives him probable cause for things. And if it turns out he was on something while that happened, that's not good for him. We're just, I don't know, man. My mind's going too many different directions for me to focus on zombies. My mind is so overwhelmed that I'm playing this in the first place, actually, and streaming it nonetheless. Let's go. Let's go. Oh. Here's something real crazy. You guys probably didn't know. Go over here and type in Zork. Weird. Wonder if you type in cat, I wonder what happens. I forget all the old codes. Multiplayer. I'm gonna put you back in time. If it will load. I've had loading issues with multiplayer. We're not gonna play real multiplayer because saving progress no longer exists. Although I could possibly like get some recorded multiplayer games. I'm probably gonna suck major ass, but rating HDD. While I'm down here, I probably easily very well could what's it called? Download or not download, but get gameplay of like Fallout and stuff, brah. Land party. I'll just create a class. So here's something really interesting, bro. My favorite sniper rifle in the entire world was the L96A1, which is the third, not the second. I used to say it was the second, but it's actually the third sniper. And it is the only bolt action sniper in all of Black Ops 1 because the Wather 2000 is semi auto, the Dragunov is semi auto, and the PSG 1 is also semi auto. It's interesting that they come up with this and not just some generic ass hunting rifle or something to just exist for just bolt action players, some sort of alternative to the L96A1. But this truly is the L96A1 Arctic Warfare by Accuracy International. It's just one of the most awesome sniper rifles to have ever existed, mind you. Something interesting, actually. Fun little interesting fact here with the Colt Python is actually if you put the stub nose thing on there, and so for your perks, you're gonna want to run probably, yeah, probably Scavenger Pro, and you're gonna probably want to go Sleight of Hand Pro. Dude, that's fucking based. Trust me, guys, it's fucking based. For the LMGs, there's the Stoner 63, the M60, which just it's not the Vietnam era M60, surprisingly. Well, I should go for a more Vietnam-ish style M60. Uh, the Stoner 63. This could have been in Zombies, honestly. I feel like so could the M60. Like that could have been in Zombies, but the HK 21 and the RPK were the only two LMGs in Zombies. The Stoner 63 could have been an excellent gun when packed, in my opinion. Urban Spetsnaz. Arctic Spetsnaz. Op 40. These guys are like the Cubans. The Tropaz. SOG. NVA. Urban Black Ops. Urban Spetsnaz. Arctic Black Ops. Arctic Spetsnaz. Op 40. Tropaz. SOG. And NVA. Yeah, no. These guys all fight each other. Fuck the NVA. Fuck these guys. These guys are pretty cool. These guys are CIA guys. Op 40. Spetsnaz guys are pretty legit. Oh, there's some like texture issues with them on this character model. Doesn't seem to be the same on this guy. I mean, there's a little bit of a texture issue underneath one of those magazine things on this upper like right hand shoulder. Or yeah, left. On his left shoulder. That's like right underneath that. There's like a buckle thing. No, that's just it's supposed to be like that. Never mind. These guys are pretty dope though. Urban Black Ops. They're fucking dope. And did you know that your shit changes based upon like your perks? And then your perk 2 doesn't do much. Perk 3 though doesn't do much either. Perk 1 changes everything. And then there's also other character customization like face paint. I don't know why it's not showing. You can also pick equipment. The camera spike, the tactical insertion, the radar jammer, motion sensor, and claymore. Claymore was a tactical. It was not a lethal. Willie Pete is, well, white phosphorus. White phosphorus has been in the game for a long time. Nova gas. Good old flashbang. And this will go with the classic Simtex. And the launchers, the China Lake, this pump action magazine fed, internal magazine fed grenade launcher. The Strela is an anti-aircraft rocket launcher. RPG-3. This just RPG. Yeah, just the RPG-7 just fires unguided rockets, so it just goes in whatever direction it's pointed. And this has unguided rockets and aircraft lock on. So the M72 Law is pretty effective overall. I guess we could also play Modern Warfare Survival actually as well. Now that I'm really like thinking about it and getting into it. Okay, and my favorite assault rifle in the entire game of all time has to be between a couple choices here, but the AUG definitely gets up there. And the attachments would be the it's pretty dope. Infrared socks. Egg hog sight. This is the cool AUG scope actually. It's a hidden attachment. It's not like a regular egg hog. No, this is hardened. We can go with the Warlord and get a secondary attachment on there. And the attachment could potentially be the suppressor. A suppressed scoped AUG with a vertical grip. Or an extended mag. Let's go with basic suppressor. And the pistol is going to be a 1911 suppressed. For shotguns, obviously Spaz 12 is like the predominant shotgun. These things are weird. The HS10s. These are weird. Splash 12s. Every shotgun made it in zombies, actually. Oddly enough. So we'll go with submachine guns, and I'll show you something interesting. The Uzi, the AK-74U, the MAC-10, the Scorpions, the MP5Ks, these things, the Spectre. This is a weird gun, and then this thing, which is really, really strange, an odd submachine gun. But actually, if you didn't know, you could actually, for attachments, you could actually dual wield um, on some of these. I forget which ones you can. I know the Mac 10s you can easily dual wield. Yeah, right here, dual wield. Fire two guns. Cha-ching. And if we wanted to, in theory, Warlord. Attachments. We can't put attachments. Ouch. That's gotta suck. So you can dual wield it, but you can't have extendo mags, unfortunately. For the secondary here, you can dual wield as well. So dual wield, and switch this for, I guess, steady aim or sleight of hand. In our case, we'll go with steady aimed. Second chance. I wonder if it lets me dual wield, and we'll just go with scavenger. It looks pretty wicked. Lightweight, move faster. It's pretty powerful. Set up. Now for our last one, we'll go with my second favorite assault rifle in the entire game. And it's going to be the AK-47. It's a badass gun. The other honorable mentions here is the Galil. It's a perfect gun. Though the AK-47 is like, I don't know, man. It's like perfect. The FNFAL is also pretty sweet as well. That AK is like fucking wicked though. Oh, back in the day, you could also have this weird flamethrower attachment. Yeah, don't ask. And for our pistol, I guess we can go Soviet. And go with the Makarov, which could, I guess, in part have the improved iron sights. Sleight of hand. Oh, these are the DLC maps of Berlin Wall, Discovery, Kowloon, Stadium. The zoo map's kind of weird. um, I actually forget how to set it up for. Um, oh yeah, this is Ascension's map. Actually, the Cosmodrome. Um, yeah. Classic neutron radiation. My favorite map back in the day really was Summit. Yeah, Summit in Newtown. I guess if I were to pick a third one, I'd probably pick Firing Range. This was just a classic map. Array was pretty neat, but Correct was dope. Yeah, I guess I'll just go into good old Nuketown. It's a shame we're not getting any comments, man. It truly is a shame. Because I really wish we could just sort of, I don't know, have conversation, but it's perfectly fine. No one's tripping about it. My game's frozen, I think. I'll show you what some of these classes actually kind of sort of look like. Show you some Black Ops 1 gameplay. Black Ops 1 is the shit. I have to accept the fact that my BMW got rear-ended and it was a hit and run. Like, that just sucks so much. But anyway, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. The other thing, if I want to record gameplay, I could just post the recorded gameplay and post it on YouTube and edit it even to an extent. Download some sort of editing software. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, I'm going to have to turn off. The multiplayer just doesn't want to work. It just freezes up so much. So might as well not even touch the mode. But no, zombies is like the only cohesive like mode still like readily playable. So my controller, like I already pressed the damn, I already pressed start numerous times. And it's just not wanting to do this. I thought I'd power out the PlayStation. All right. Tell you what, boys. Tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna turn off my PlayStation. Stop the stream. I'm gonna do a couple of things. No, I'm just gonna stick to the plan. I'm gonna do that. And I don't know. I might stream Black Ops 2 if you guys want to see me play Transit and talk about how much I hate Black Ops 2. I don't know. All right. So, see you guys. Thank you guys for watching. It's truly been an honor. Thanks.